You wake up in the middle of nowhere under a square sun without a single memory. No clues, no notes, not even a name. Just you, your empty hands, and strange instincts you don't understand, but feel compelled to follow. The world around you is made entirely of blocks. Trees, mountains, water, sky, everything created from angular cubes. Animals are square too, cows, sheep, chickens, staring at you with empty eyes, as if you're an error in their cubic world. Maybe you are. Your first instinct is to punch trees. Not a question of why, just punch. You swing your fist and hit the trunk until your knuckles hurt, but you continue. Suddenly, a block of wood detaches and floats in the air. You touch it, and it disappears into your invisible inventory. You can't see it, but you know it's there, as if part of your body has become a storage unit. Soon you create a crafting table from gathered wood. Tools appear out of nowhere. Wooden pickaxe, shovel, axe, and sword. A primitive human transformed into a craftsman in minutes without a single lesson. Then the sun begins to set, and fear runs down your spine. Night here is not for beginners. You frantically dig a hole in the nearest hill. A dirty pit, but it shields you from whatever lurks in the darkness. In your tight burrow, you hear sounds that shouldn't exist in nature. Zombie moans, skeleton bones clicking, spider hisses, and worst of all, the quiet, sinister hissing of creepers. You huddle deeper and wait for dawn, checking every minute for the sun. When morning comes, you see charred zombie remains and skeletons smoldering in the sunlight. Mental note: sun kills monsters. Very good to know. Days pass as you learn to survive. Wooden tools change to stone, then iron. You find coal and make torches. Light that repels monsters even on the darkest night. Your first dirty burrow transforms into a hut, then a house, and later a real shelter with a farm and animal pen. The animals you tame look at you without expression. They just stand and stare. Sometimes you wonder if they have minds or if they're just walking sources of meat and wool. You'll never know because they don't talk, only making unintelligible sounds. No communication, just empty eyes. One day, your pickaxe hits redstone and your brain ignites with new knowledge. You suddenly understand how to create circuits and mechanisms. You spend days installing wires and levers just so your door opens automatically when you approach. You waste a week on something you could do by hand in a second, but somehow it feels important. It's your achievement in this world of blocks. At night, in your comfortable home, you hear a sound different from all others. Not zombie moaning or skeleton rattling, but a quiet yet persistent. You turn and see a green creature without arms. It hisses louder, then explodes, destroying half your house, your supply chest and bed. Everything turns into a crater in a split second. This is a creeper, a walking bomb whose only purpose is to explode near you, leaving only a hole where your week's work used to be. After several such destructive visits, you decide to explore further. Maybe there are others like you somewhere. You take essentials, sword, pickaxe, food, and head forward. Soon you find a village, and your heart beats faster. Finally, other people. But instead, you meet strange beings with huge noses dressed in brown robes. They don't speak, only making sounds, wandering aimlessly. They exchange items for emeralds but never smile, laugh, or cry. They're not people, just shells with programmed behavior. You try to communicate, but they ignore all attempts. Loneliness can exist even in a crowd. Disappointed, you continue exploring biomes, deserts, tundras, jungles. Everywhere it's the same. Cubic animals, silent villages, and monsters, the only ones showing genuine interest in you, albeit destructive. During your wanderings, you find a black obsidian frame with purple light flickering inside, a portal to the unknown. Curiosity beats fear, and you step inside. Hell. There's no other name for it. Oceans of lava, strange creatures flying and shooting fireballs, zombie pigmen with golden swords. This is the Nether, making the regular world seem like paradise. After several deaths, you find the exit and vow never to return. This oath lasts maybe 2 days before curiosity leads you back. Later, you find another portal to the end, an infinite void with floating stone islands and the Ender Dragon, a black creature the size of a house. By some instinct, you know you must defeat it to finish the game. Yes, game. All this resembles a simulation created for your torment or entertainment, not yours. After several deaths, you defeat the dragon. It explodes in light, opening a portal. You jump in, hoping for answers. Instead, you get strange poems and credits as if you finished a movie. Then you're back in your world again. An endless game without beginning or end, without meaning, just existence. Days become repetitive. You build, destroy, build again. Mine resources, create mechanisms, defeat dragons, but for what? You don't age, never die from natural causes, only temporarily from monsters. You reappear in your bed again and again, an immortal prisoner in an endless cubic world without purpose or hope for change. That's the scariest thing about Steve's existence, not the monsters or explosions, but the complete absence of meaning. You cannot grow old, create a family, or truly die. Your only hope for peace is when someone, an external player, turns off the computer. But even then, your world just freezes, waiting to start all over again. So keep mining and crafting, Steve. It's all you have, a cubic hero in an endless story without an end.